It is no secret that I am a big lover of fragrances here on my channel, but I rarely do dedicated videos to fragrances. But this summer, I have been able to find some absolutely delicious combos and delicious products that I wanted to share with you. So we are going to go through some summer fragrances. There's going to be body sprays, body lotions, oils, perfumes, and even scented SPFs. Yes, those are a thing now. I've always been a lover of perfumes. I have loved perfumes since forever, and I've always had a lot of fragrances, and lately I've had a lot of fragrances, and lately I've also become a little bit more interested in layering different fragrances. And for a person who has said for the longest time that I wasn't really interested in body lotions or in body sprays, I've all of a sudden become absolutely addicted to both of them, and I wanted to share some of the things that I have been using this spring and the beginning of summer, and the things that I am continuing to use throughout this summer. I'm also going to be talking about some things that are marketed as summer fragrances that haven't been for me. So maybe if we have the same taste in fragrances, you know which ones to get or avoid. I will link all the things that I am talking about down in the description box. It'll also pop up here on screen if I find them available. And if you do shop through my links, you earn a small commission. If you do, thank you so much for supporting my channel. So I'm gonna start with body sprays, which for me is a little bit unusual because I haven't really been the biggest fan of body sprays. Let's actually start with 3 body sprays that I bought myself. And these are the summer fragrances that Vacation released for this season. So we have the one that's called Vacation, we have the one that's called After Sun, and we have the one that's called Grande Cuvée. All 3 of these I bought at Ulta. I think they're still available. Like I said, I will link them down below. My favorite, and let me first of all talk about like what I like in fragrances. My favorite is the green one. I love a green, fresh, earthy, natural scent that is not too flowery and that is not too sweet. So if you love a sweet, flowery scent, we might not have the same taste in fragrances, which is totally fine. But if you're like me and you also want to smell green and fresh and like a sophisticated piece of grass, or sometimes spicy or citrusy, but not necessarily overly just cotton candy or overly white florals, you and I might have the same taste in fragrances. So when it comes to these fragrances, these are 3 different scents, and I think that they've had all 3 of these before, but now they come in a sprayer. And like I said, the green one is my favorite. This one smells like green tea and aloe vera, and honestly, this just smells very green and fresh. And yeah, green tea and aloe vera. This is green and citrusy and fresh, and I really love it. The Grande Cuvée one is for me the biggest disappointment. This one says that it's gonna smell like Chardonnay and woods, and it just smells like a woody vanilla scented candle.
Oh, you whore.
I'm not overly impressed with this one. The yellow one I like a lot too, and this definitely could be a good like tropical destination. This smells like tropical fruits and just warm skin. This one has banana, pineapple, coconut, but it also has a little bit of bergamot, so it gives it a little bit of that zesty freshness from citrus, and it says that it has a salt, like a sea salt thing to it, which again makes it smell, like I said, like warm skin. There's something about this incredibly tropical. I think that this one is great for a vacation, and this one is just a great all over. This is perfect if you like green fragrances and you love layering. This one is great. Another fragrance that is great for layering, and oh my god, can you see how much I've used of this?
Oh my god! Wow!
That is incredible. So this is the Danca Mystica by Sol de Janeiro. I got this one off Sephora. Can you tell how much I've used this one? It is actually insane. Actually insane. This one is supposed to be like fig, and there's supposed to be other things in here as well. It says that it's Lily of the Valley in here. Thank God we cannot smell any of that. I'm so happy that like the Lily of the Valley, I don't know, is she in the room with us right now? Because I cannot smell anything except warm figs. This is such a beautiful, just warm figs, and I think it's like some sandalwood in here. It says fig, warm vanilla, sandalwood, and then Lily of the Valley, but again, we're so happy she left the chat, or maybe she never entered the chat, because I don't smell any of that. But this is such a beautiful warm fig. If you're into fig, this is the one. You can tell how much I've used this one. Absolutely obsessed with this one. And this one layered with another fig thing that I'm going to show you in a bit. Mind altering. This one on my clothes, in my hair, on my skin. I think this then tells you everything you need to know about how much I love this one. If you are the same as me, where you are thinking a lot of these body sprays are just too sweet, too similar, too soapy, this one, perfect for summer and just makes everything so earthy and grounded and figgy. Love it. Another brand that released some body sprays for summer is Ellis Brooklyn. And these were sent to me as PR, so I have all 3 of them, but not all 3 of them are made for me. These are all named different milkshakes, and I think it's because they have lactonic like notes in there. The lychee milkshake is my least favorite one. This one is supposed to have like sparkling kisses and like lychee and like milk in there. It just smells like Swedish raspberry candy. It smells like raspberry candy. Is there something wrong with that? No. But is that how I want to smell? Also no. This is way too sweet and way too candy to be a perfect favorite for me. But if you like, if I'd say that you're like raspberry candy, say less. Raspberry candy, that's what this one smells like. And then we have the one that's called mango milkshake. This one is very mango forward. This is almost like mango, mango milkshake or like mango, almost like more like a mango sorbet, because this one has the least amount of lactonic notes in it. The notes of this one says mango, vanilla, and star jasmine, and I would say this is very mango forward, but a little bit of vanilla in the background. My favorite is actually the one that is banana milkshake. Fun fact. Love the scent of banana, which you might not think when I say that I don't love like super sweet things, but I love fruity scents. But I love fruity scents that honestly don't have a lot of this like sweetness to it. I always say that I love a fruit salad. I don't love a fruit cake. This one definitely has those lactonic notes in it, but I think it works. The reason why I think this works is because I actually love lactonic notes. I love banana, and I also love another thing that is in this one, which is boozy notes.
Oh, say less.
So this one has banana milk, vanilla, and rum wood. And yes, this smells like a boozy cocktail with almost like a banana liqueur in there, because there's definitely boozy notes in here. And I've heard some people smell this one and they're like, where's the banana? But this is more again like banana milk, not like a fresh banana. We'll talk about some other banana scents as well, because I actually have quite a few here. I feel like banana has been like, the note of banana in fragrances has been the unsung hero of like fragrances this year and also some last year. So definitely recommend this one if you love a warmer lactonic and especially a little bit of a boozy note. And again, if you want to try a body spray but you're not into those like very typical body sprays, this is a tropical body spray, perfect for a summer vacation. Comes in a glass bottle, but it's not that typical super sweet candy. This is warmer. It's more like a tropical hug. Very much enjoy this one, but it's not like a fresh ripe banana. This is more like a banana cocktail. It's a grown-up banana. Oh, that could be something else. Don't demonetize me over grown-up banana. I also have some body sprays from Fleur. I have recently found myself on the Fleur PR list, and they have been releasing 3 body sprays for the summer. And I will say, for me, neither one of these sprays are my favorite. I love heavy cream that they release, and I love vanilla smoke, but I don't necessarily think that either one of those are perfect for the summer. But they're perfect to bring out when we start getting into cooler weathers, or we start getting into autumn, or you want to get, again, a warm hug.
And I like warm hugs.
Definitely. Heavy cream and vanilla smoke, absolutely beautiful. These are their summer fragrances, and I would say these are more what you would expect, a slightly floral, sweet. Some of them are a little fruity. The peach skin is described as a fruity floral, and I would definitely agree. This is very peachy. It is very peach heavy, but there's a lot of florals in the background. So this is peach florals. Florals are doing a lot of heavy lifting here. And it is the same with vanilla nectar. This one is very sweet. This one it is so sweet. This is almost like, again, a candy. This is a fruit candy. It's almost like that peach apricot candy, you know, the ones that are dipped in sugar. That's what this one smells like. extremely sweet. If you love something sweet, you want to smell like candy, this might be for you. For me, this is way too sweet. My favorite of the ones that they released for summer is the one that's called Beach Skin, because this one does have a little bit of almost that salty, again, like salt air together with a little bit of coconut, and that works more for me. It is even described as salty air accented by citrusy bergamot, veil of coconut milk, sandalwood, and then it has some tiara flower in here. Again, a little bit of that floral in here, but this one, tiara flower, gives a little bit more of a beach feeling. It's a very tropical smelling flower that smells, it's the kind of flower they put in suntan lotions, but it's a very heavy on the salt accord. So the salt together with the coconut, together with the tiara flower and the sandalwood is giving this a very tropical feeling. Still a little bit too floral to be perfect for me, but I do think if you're looking for something that really just, again, beach skin, this is beach skin. If you're looking for something that smells like beach skin, that's this one. Now I'm gonna mention something that you never thought I was gonna mention here on this channel, and that is something from Bath & Body Works. What? But this season, Bath & Body Works released something that, according to me, is for them very, like, just weird for them. I don't think it's weird because I love the scent of tomato vines. Tomato leaves, tomato vines, not tomatoes. Listen, I don't want to smell like salsa. I want to smell like a greenhouse. I don't want to smell like salsa. Two different things. Tomato vine is that amazing, just green. It smells like it's just a luscious greenhouse. This one, it reminds me of a lot of another like tomato scent that we'll talk about in a bit, which is the replica from the garden. This one is, of course, way more affordable. This is a fragrance mist. This is actually not the product from this collection I've been using the most. I bought everything from this collection. If you were wanting to try tomato vine, but you didn't want to spend a lot of money on it, definitely get something from this Bath & Body Works line. I will link it down below. It smells like tomato vines, but there is a little bit of floral in the background. That's why I'm saying that this smells a little bit like a greenhouse, but they're also having some flowers. But again, it's very heavy on the tomato vine and a little bit of like warm flowers in the background. The one that I've been using the most, can you tell how much I've used this, is the body lotion. This is the Off the Vine Ultimate Hydration Body Cream. I don't even like body lotions or body creams, but this one made me realize how amazing it is to layer a body cream that lingers in the background as just almost like background singers to your fragrances. And since I love green fragrances, this one with the tomato wine, this has just been absolutely amazing in the background. Again, this one has a little bit like I said, it's not just tomato vines. There's definitely a composition in here where tomato vines is getting to be together with like almost like a little bit of there must be some kind of fruitiness in here as well, and flowers. I will say these don't smell exactly the same. This one smells more like tomato vines than the body lotion does. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm just letting you know right now. But these are beautiful. If you were wanting to try tomato vines, definitely try the one from Bath & Body Works first, just to see if it's something for you. Speaking of body lotions, I got a sample of the Fenty body cream or body butter drop in a goodie bag that I got. But I got the unscented one, or the one that has like the original scent, but it's for me, it's so little scent that it's unscented. I gave it to my husband, but I love the consistency of it. So I got their limited edition. This is the whipped oil body cream, and I got it in the citrus sorbet. You guys, this smells like pink grapefruit lemonade. This is very sweet, but it's still very pink grapefruit. It is so beautiful. It's like a super sweet pink grapefruit, and I absolutely love this one. Again, when I want to be a little bit more citrusy or zesty, and it's just so beautiful. And this is probably my most like hydrating body lotion that I have in my collection when I'm like, oh, I'm actually a little bit dry, I do need to use more. I will say I usually don't get dry skin, but this year my body has been so dry this year. So that's maybe also why I've been using so much more like body products. But again, if I want to get a lot of hydration, this is the one. My husband has very dry skin on his hands, on his face, on his entire body. And he said his exact words were, "This is what I've been looking for," when he tried it. So he doesn't know a lot about, but like he felt the consistency. He's like, "Oh, this is what I've been looking for." So he's very impressed as well. If you are more into a body oil, I gotta say, I used this one yesterday. I've used quite a lot of this one. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see where I'm at. This is the Ellis Brooklyn Salt Soothing Scented Body Oil. This is stunning. So this has the salt scent by Ellis Brooklyn, but in a body oil. I bought this at Sephora, but I couldn't find it at Sephora anymore, but I could still find it at the Ellis Brooklyn website. So do with that information as you will. Fantastic body oil that really leaves your skin looking and feeling hydrated without just laying on top. It really sinks into your skin and it leaves your body smelling like the salt scent. The salt scent from Ellis Brooklyn, again, is those like very tropical flowers together with the salted sea air. Again, this is beach skin. I would say that this one is more my favorite than this one. This is slightly more sophisticated. This is more expensive, but it smells more expensive. I do prefer salt from Ellis Brooklyn. Out of most of the salted scents that I have, this one is one of my favorite. And even though this is actually kind of floral, I still feel like it works so well. And this body oil is really beautiful. My newest obsession. I know we're not supposed to use the word obsessed, but I am obsessed. So I bought this one. This is the Josie Maran body butter, the whipped argan oil body butter in Bohemian Fig. Shut the front door, shut all the windows. It smells like oh my God. It smells like a ripe, sweet fig. There's supposed to be other things in here as well, blah, blah, blah. It smells like a fig. This is the most true, fresh, ripe fig. It's so fantastic. It smells like a fresh fig. It's fresh, ripe fig, and it's so amazing. I got the travel one because I was going to bring this one when we're going on vacation. You're probably even seeing this when I'm on vacation. I tried it once, and I was like that meme. Oh, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
I had to use it again, and now I'm like, am I going to use this up before vacation? Because it smells so good. It smells so fantastic. And this one, together with this one, it's over for all y'all. This is a fig dream. And you can tell I'm very obsessed with fig as of late. Fantastic formula. This is very easy, sinks in very beautiful into the skin. It's very hydrating. It is not as fatty as the one from Fenty, but it is just a beautiful formula. Feels very non-sticky on the skin. And the scent, again, obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. I can already tell I'm gonna buy a full size after I've used this one up, because I will use this one up. And I love it. One of the best, if not the best smelling body product I have smelled in a really long time. Again, if you're into figs, if you want to have something that smells earthy and sweet and fresh, but not candy or floral, I am so impressed by this scent. Now let's talk about two of the fragrances, my two favorites from the summer fragrances that Kayali released last year. They are now back again, and they're also back in full sizes. And these are my two favorite ones. It is Maui in a bottle. You can see I've used quite a lot. And it is the Maldives in a bottle. My absolute favorite is the Maui one. And we are back in banana scent country. This is so beautiful. So this is banana, coconut cream, jasmine, and it is so, again, it is a tropical hug. There's something about banana. When it comes into a fragrance, it feels extremely tropical. Like there's no way that this is not a summer tropical fragrance. But again, it has that warmth to it. It just feels like a tropical hug. I love this one. This is the perfect summer fragrance for evening time, and I'm going traveling soon and I am gonna bring this one. I also love the other, I'm actually going, not to Maui, but I'm actually going to Hawaii, so this is perfect. The other one is the Maldives one, and this also is extremely tropical, but it's not that typical. You know, sometimes tropical just ends up being pineapple. You're just throwing a pineapple to you. This is a little bit more sophisticated than that. The Maldives one also has coconut milk and it has ylang ylang, which is a flower that again feels very summery and tropical, but it also has rosemary in it. And there is something very tropical about this, but that rosemary is just giving it that grounded, earthy, a little bit of an exciting and different spin. There is no denying that this is a summer fragrance for sure, but again, it's not that they're not just throwing a fruit basket or a fruit cake in some cases at you. There's something different. So if you were wanting to try a tropical scent, and especially since these come in minis and now in full size as well, I could definitely see myself getting the Maui one in a full size. I might end up using this one up. I'm gonna bring this one. It smells so good. Again, this is so sexy tropical. Let's then mention From the Garden from Replica. This is the other like tomato leaf fragrance that I'm gonna mention. I'm gonna mention a third one as well, actually. And again, this gives you summer fragrance that is not, it's like a nature green fragrance that it's not florals. It's something else. If you're like me and you love smelling like nature, but I don't want to smell like white flowers, I'm very sorry. I know that's for a lot of people. It's just not for me. Definitely give this one a try. Sephora has put this in the fragrance family of earthy and woody in the scent type of earthy greens and herbs. And I think that is a very smart way of describing this one because again, it is giving that herby, earthy, woody, just green kind of a scent that is nature, but just not the flowers. The official accords of this one is tomato leaf, green mandarin, and patchouli heart. But what I think that this one smells like is very much tomato leaves. Like when you touch tomato leaves, that's what it smells like. Together with what I think it smells like, red berries. I'm thinking like red cassis. That's what I feel like it smells like. So there's something very tart and fresh and outdoorsy. And because of that, this one smells to me like a Nordic garden. And I just absolutely love this one. Again, I really should have more of a dent in this because I feel like I've used it a lot, but I absolutely adore this one. The last tomato fragrance I have to mention is actually from Fantasy Cosmetica, and this is the one that they released in the Ranger collection. This is the one out of the tomato scents that is the most tomato leaf forward. If you really want to have tomato leaves, this is the one that has very heavy on the tomato leaves. Fantasy Cosmetica describes this one as having tomato leaves, cypress, lemon, rosemary, fern, mint leaves, jasmine, basil, cedar, fir, and tiger grass. And as you can hear, most of that is just green, herbal, earthy kind of a things, and that's what you are smelling. I will say some of the mint does come through, and it's almost like a little bit of a pick-me-up. This is definitely a fresh pick-me-up kind of a scent, but this is very tomato leaves forward. So if you already know you love tomato leaves, I cannot recommend this one enough. It is absolutely beautiful. This is a newer fragrance to me, and I brought this one when I traveled to Greece as my like summer fragrance pick, and I thought I'd recommend it to you as well because this one is also a banana fragrance, but this one is actually more of a banana floral fragrance if you again wanted to try the banana scent, but you weren't so sure about all of those other notes I've been talking about. This one leans a little bit more on the classical, almost like fresh and summery, but a little bit floral fragrance, but with the more ripe, fresh bananas. This is not banana milkshake. This is not banana cocktail. This is more ripe bananas together with more tropical flowers. Official notes of this is banana blossom, jasmine, and amber. And again, this is a very tropical floral fragrance. And this one together with this one to make it a little bit more green and earthy, absolutely stunning combination that left me just feeling like a summer goddess, like absolutely beautiful. And I've really been enjoying this because this is more of a classic fragrance, but with a twist, and I very much appreciate it. I have the one that's called Intense, and I don't know if the original one smells more of banana than this one, but I really do enjoy this one. As you can see, I have a small one, but I've actually used quite a lot because I went a little trigger happy with my fragrances when I was in Greece. I also wanted to talk about the 2 summer fragrances that Ellis Brooklyn has come out with. So I have Miami Nectar, and this is a pineapple fragrance, but this is pina colada made into a fragrance. It is this is supposed to be like pink pineapple and like coconut. This is a sophisticated pina colada. If you love the idea of smelling like a pina colada, but in a fragrance, this is definitely it. It is absolutely a beautiful tropical summer fragrance with coconut and pineapple. It is really beautiful. My favorite is actually the one they came out with this year, which is Guava Granita. And this one, again, banana. This is guava, banana, and almond milk. And this one, again, is a warm tropical hug. This one is more fresh and spritzy and like a pick-me-up. And this, again, is more of a warm tropical hug. This feels a little bit more grounded because of the banana and the almond milk. And it is sweet, but not overly sweet. Definitely a sweet fragrance, but not to the point where you're like, huh, like it's too much. Really been enjoying this one too. Again, I almost wish I had a travel of this one, because I would definitely bring this one traveling as well. I think this is a beautiful summer fragrance. I quickly want to mention that I actually have been trying 2 scented SPFs, and I have both of them here. So I have the Skylar. This is the Scent Screen Mist. This is an SPF 30, and this is Boardwalk Delight. This is cotton candy. This is way too sweet for me, but I've actually have used this one up. I do think it works really beautifully. The sprayer is fantastic, and it does smell like fragrance and not like SPF, which is why I think this is actually genius. And it is the same with this Sol de Janeiro. This is the Rio Radiance Cherryosa 87. Again, this smells like fragrance and not like SPF. And I don't want to say you heard it here first, but I definitely think that one of the trends for 2026 is going to be scented SPFs, because both of these brands released it, both of these work, both of these smell beautiful, not like SPF, but actually like fragrance. And I'm telling you right now, if this does not become a trend, I will be very surprised, because both of these smell really, really nice and they work. None of these are my favorite scents, but I cannot wait to see more things like this in the future. And I would be so surprised if not more brands are working on something like this. I hope Skylar comes up with this in more scents. This one in this scent, what is game over? I am buying the entire warehouse full of that. Like, everybody step away from them. So I really hope that that will become a bigger trend, because I think it is genius and it is just so lovely to be using. Let me know if you have a favorite fragrance for the summer, something that you have always been using, maybe a rediscovered favorite, maybe something that's just been released, you have a favorite combo. I would love to hear about it. My friend Stacy told me that Victoria's Secret actually just released a fig fragrance, and I'm already having that in my cart. I'm very excited to be trying that one out. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to let me know your favorites down below, and I will see you soon in a new video.